is at the lowest possible setting. Now, since it's kind of dingy from the water from before, and I want to check it out and see what's going on with that, I also am curious about what it does with vinegar, since that's an electrolyte too. I'm going to grab young white distilled vinegar, and instead of mixing it with distilled water, we're going straight. It's going whole hog. See if we can clean this puppy up a little bit. That in case that going on. Okay, we're back. You'll see that we've got everything set up on the generation chamber. It's filled with 100% white distilled vinegar. We've got our little volumetric dealie going on here with the Listerine bottle at 1.5 liters. We've got our battery charger set for its absolute lowest charge point. That's 10 amps, 6 volts. It goes to 2, 10, and 55, which I, for some reason, kept referring to as 5.5. And we're at the charging level, and we're just going to go up from the lowest level until we can see something going on. So, plug it in. I know I should have a battery or something as a buffer between the two, kind of acting like a capacitor. Holy cow, wait a minute. We're getting stuff. Immediately. Take a look at that. Let's try to look at it. We're in a place where you can see it. Almost seems to be happening in waves. Let's see what's going on at the bottom here. Bubbles collecting down there? I really liked bubbles last time. Alright. We've got gas. It's turning the water cloudy. It's doing all the things it's supposed to. And that is at the lowest level. 10 amps, 6 volts. We got generation going on there. I've yet to hear a bubble over here. Oh, there. There's our first bubble. So while that's going on, I'm going to switch this up to the next level, which is 2 amp, 12 volt. And let's see what happens. It looks like it's kicking out a little more, actually. We just got bubbles over here. See how long it takes for the next round. This is going slower than the caustic. It's to be expected, I suppose. Well, there we go. It seems to be holding up some under pressure. It's probably the neck of the bottle resting on the tubing. It's creating a choke point where it has to get past before it can actually get in. That's why it releases so much gas when it finally can. Builds up pressure, release, pressure, release. Oh, by the by, you can see how long we've been recording. Let's start the stopwatch. No. We're at that level. And we're back. But, as you'll see, we're working on, God knows, I can't see, 16 minutes. We finally hit our mark here, so we know that the pure white distilled vinegar is not generating nearly as much as the caustic water did. But I'm also not sure exactly what the pH difference is between the two. I mean, as I've said before, vinegar does have water in it. It is water-based, and baking soda is powder. It's non-mixed. It's about as dry as you can get. So, again, we're generating 2 amps, charging level, pulling about 2 amps. Here's the double helix cell that I made with tie wraps. I'll give that a whirl after I get the distilled water in a little while. I gotta think on this one. I'm not exactly sure how to make the contacts, especially if I use multiple coils. I might end up drilling a couple small holes in the base and using a copper wire. That area maybe, if I could line all those up and force some wire in, but kind of curious how that'd go. I've cheated a little bit. I'm using rubber bands, keep them from touching. This is not something that you want to jiggle around. Oops, maybe I've missed something there. Nope, just at two different depths. We'll give it a shot, just as a solo, when we get the distilled water and see where it's at. Okay kids, back again. Just wanted to show you something interesting. I went upstairs and took a nap while the vinegar was generating, and fell asleep and stayed that way for maybe an hour. And so when I came back down, it was real cloudy. I turned off the electricity. I didn't really have any idea about the volume of gas made. I really wasn't that worried about it because it's not making that much that quickly. But then I turned it back on and it wouldn't generate again, so I poured it over into there with all the rest of the crap. But I have new distilled water, so I think we're going to be using that. But the interesting thing here is, if you look at these electrodes, that was negative there. See how it's got that scale on it? Or the positive. Left would be the one that's calcified or scaled or whatever the hell that is on it. And then right would be the non-scaly. Huh? So goes the theory of vinegar cleans everything out.